Northern politicians demand re-establishment of Ruga from Tinubu for smooth governance. You know that heard recently from Northern Elders Forum, the spokesman of Northern Elders Forum, what's his name, Akim Baba, who said no matter what a Tinubu does, no matter what he thinks, because they believe that even the Southwest people did not even give him the amount of votes the Northerners gave to him. That 63% of the votes Tinubu got was he got it from the North. What the Northerners gave him 63% of the vote. So what is he talking about? So they believe that without them is nothing. And you could see that even Tinubu played into their hands. He was doing everything just to satisfy them. Even 3 years or 2 years or whatever. Some people said, oh, he has been aligning with the North for how many decades? Because these Northerners believe that, oh, without them, nobody can win an election in this country, which is a lie. That is propaganda from the pit of hell. I always say, and people always remind them, you know what? Why is it that 3 consecutive times that Buhari contested, he didn't win, and he was getting higher numbers from the North? So this propaganda that oh, if you don't align with the North, you go nowhere, it's a lie. It is a lie. That is what they are selling to people. And they talk about the population. They talk about people being literate when it comes to politics. But at the end of the day, can you emulate such people? At the end of the day, what are all of those attributes and this bragging about politics and all of that? What have they has it yielded to them? Nothing. They are still the most backward people as far as Nigeria is concerned. So a lot of things have been coming, and that's why you see that this Yari, who is coming to the Senate for the first time, he said, oh, he wanted to be the Senate president, this and this. They said, but guy, you're just coming. But they just believe that yes, they gave Tinubu that vote, and that's why they are demanding all this kind of nonsense. We all know how Ruga came about and how Nigeria resisted it, even how they tried their best to be able to suppress other people, other tribes or other regions in the country. But some people stood. We don't even know how they were able to get that, because this issue of Ruga would have caused a lot of problem if Nigerians from other regions had accepted that, or are just like, oh, let us leave it. It does not matter. It's just about one Nigeria. Now, it is clear and glaring to Nigerians or other people or people who think that, oh, let us continue. Then it was one Nigeria. Now they are getting to know that it is just a scam. When they tell you one Nigeria is a scam, the same people will not tell you that some people cannot be president in this country. The same people in another breath, they will be telling you that we are one Nigeria, when there is no fairness, where there is no equity and justice. So this mentality, the entitlement mentality, already the born to rule, is just embedded in these Northerners. When they tell you that they gave him 63%, you think it's a joke. So they feel that they can demand anything. And that was the reason why they said, oh, a Northerner must be in charge of the Senate so that they will be able to checkmate Tinubu. That was what all they are saying. So the rumor or the failures we are getting now is that they want a Ruga, the Ruga that Buhari could not even do. And don't forget that the same Tinubu told Nigerians, or he made promises to APC and Buhari. Maybe that was one of the reasons why they said, let us support this man. Because they didn't just support him for nothing, because with what APC has done to them, especially in the North, they are not even supposed to be looking at APC in various ways. We know that there were manipulations during the election, but you cannot build something on nothing, because the people, in one way or the other, they see a line to that. So he already said that he's going to work or continue from where Buhari stops. So what does that mean? Do you know the agreement they had? Because when you see this kind of audacity that these guys are exhibiting, you begin to know that there's fire on the mountain. A lot of people said Tinubu just wanted to be president, irrespective of anything. Whether he's going to be living there the next day is none of his business. But he just wants to be president of this country, and he could sign whatsoever. Like now, he went to ECOWAS. They said they made him ECOWAS a chairman, and he said Nigeria. From his speech, he said Nigeria is back, and people are like, Nigeria has always been. Tinubu was once a chairman of the, what is this so called, the ECOWAS, and Nigeria has been part of ECOWAS. So now that Tinubu is now saying, because it's not the chairman of the ECOWAS, he said, oh, Nigeria is back. Back from where? And some people have been giving advice. I heard this article says spokesperson Daniel Buala that don't go and carry, Nigeria does not have that kind of money that you not go and filter away. But you think those ones, he will listen to all those kind of advice. So when he said Nigeria is back, Nigeria is this, you begin to understand that are you sure this guy is not going to sign a lot of contracts, a lot of things? Of course, they're always benefiting other people while their own people are suffering. So this issue of Ruga, we know how it caused big problem. The question is that will Tinubu be able to even fight this insecurity? But as far as corruption is concerned, forget about it. Of course, he did not even emphasize much things. The people that is holding, and he's talking about democracy because he talked about democracy when he was giving speech in ECOWAS, at the ECOWAS, that it is a democracy that will this and that. And meanwhile, you are holding a Mefele and a Bawa. Why can't you charge them to court? Is that what the constitution says, that they should be held indefinitely? Charge them to court if they have done something wrong. There's some people believe that it's just a witch hunt, because if really he wants to fight corruption, we have a lot of them, lots of them. You know, when you hear some things, when they said that Buhari said, or Tinubu promised Buhari that he's not going to go after his men who have been accused of one corruption or the other, and you think it's a joke. Since he came on board, the two people he was able to capture, Emefiele and Ebawa. Since then, he has not even arrested any other person or called them for investigation or interrogation. And you expect that kind of person to fight corruption, and you think it's its own witch hunt. And they will come back and be telling you that they know about democracy. Who does that? So, Nigerians are waiting. And some people are saying, as Buhari failed, you're still going to fail. And some people have the opinion that a lot of things that Buhari puts in place just for him to fail, just for Tinubu also to fail, because even Nigerians are saying there's no suffering that Nigerians will experience again under other governments compared to what Nigerians have experienced under Buhari. But Buhari said if he leaves, that Nigerians will miss him. Miss him for what? Some people are saying, oh, he planned or he set a trap for Tinubu, but that is their own cup of tea. Anybody who is at the aim of affair will be held responsible. Whatever they must have signed among themselves, oh, Nigerians will still resist it. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.